What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and today I am joined by the team over at Playable Video Email. Playable Video Email allows marketers to enhance their email campaigns with HD autoplay videos that are compatible with most inboxes. It's starting at $49 for a lifetime deal on AppSumo right now. Before we dive into the walkthrough, I just want to tell y'all a few quick things. The first is that if you want to tell us a little bit about your use case, why you're interested in this tool, you can go ahead and do that over in the chat room. We'd love to hear it. I also love to know where you're hanging out with us from. Both of us are in California today. And if you have any questions about the tool, the deal, how to get set up, anything like that, go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below this video. We will circle back to them at the end of the walkthrough. And then the last thing is that there will be a replay of this available. So you can watch this as many times as you want. And if you need to step out, that's all good too. All right. Hey, Bob, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks for having us on today. And thanks to all the Sumolings for watching.
I'm happy to have you. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to you for the video walkthrough. Let me know when you're ready for those questions.
I will do. Thanks, Lindsay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to show you a demo of Playable. We help you add video into your email marketing campaigns. And if you have any questions, as Lindsay said, just put them in the chat and we'll get to those at the end. There's usually a few questions. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to share my screen and show you what Playable looks like. This is the main console. So when you sign up and redeem your AppSumo code, you'll get access to a screen like this. And the general process is that you add a video to Playable, and then it gives you a magical embed code that you can put in your email campaign to display video. So video is we believe the best content type for marketing, for conveying a message, for educating, for selling stuff. And if you look at what content types are engaging people on their phones or generally in digital media, it's video. So if you look at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these platforms lead with video, but it's never played very well with email. So email is great as well because it's often got your best audience because they're opted in and they've told you that they want to receive content from you. But the user experience over the last few years has fallen behind those other social channels because of the lack of video in email. It's never played very well together, and that's the problem that Playable solves. It allows you to take your video content that you might be using in other channels like Instagram or Facebook and show it to your email audience, your best audience. So it increases the reach of your video content that you already have, so more people get to see it, and it also improves the impact of your email marketing. So more people engage with your email campaigns, more people click, more people buy stuff. So that's what Playable does. Let me walk you through the process. So first thing we're going to do is add another video. Here we can add a video in a couple of different ways. We can upload a file from my computer here. If you have the video already on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter, you can put a URL in and the system will go grab it. Also, if you don't have a video yet, you can try searching for a video. We're integrated with Shutterstock and Getty. They have 20 million videos or something that we can get access to, so you can search for a video here and use that. So there is an extra cost for those videos so we can look after our partners Shutterstock and Getty, but of course it saves you the expense of producing, editing your own video content. In this case, let's just upload a video from my computer. Let's see if I've got a computer hanging around somewhere. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a video that we can use. A big buck bunny. So what's happening is the Playable is importing that video into the system, and it's generating lots and lots of different versions of the video because we need different versions to display on different devices and different email clients. So we're creating dozens of different versions of this video. And then when each person opens their individual email containing the video, the system works out, based on the device, the screen resolution, the email app that someone's using, and the network conditions. It decides which version of the video to send to each individual. So some people get a GIF or a GIF. That might be a question that is coming later, but that's only a small proportion. The majority of people will get a high quality MP4 video. A lot of people now were able to deliver a very high quality HEVC format video, which is possible on newer Apple devices. Other people will get a animated WebP or a PNG or other formats of video, depending on the email app and the device. Okay, so here the video has been ingested into the system, and the simple way to use the system now is just to get the embed code out. So depending on what your marketing platform that you're using, the embed code's a little bit different. And we're integrated with all of these different email platforms. So about 40 or 50 since we've launched on AppSumo a couple of weeks ago. We've been taking requests and added probably about another 10 or so. So lots and lots of email platforms. I can show you after, if your email platform's not on this list, then there's a way for you to tell us and vote, and then we start at the top of the list and add more and more. For this example, let's pick MailChimp, because that's a common platform. And simply we can copy the clipboard, and then if I go over to MailChimp, another tab here, if I drag a code block over to my email, I can paste in that video code, and there we go. The video's now in my MailChimp campaign, and importantly, critically, it's playing already. So as soon as everyone opens the email, the video starts playing, and that's the crucial feature of Playable. So the old way of sending video in an email might be to show a thumbnail in the video, and you have to wait for some people to click on it, and then you might take them to a web page and show them the video. So in those cases, only like maybe 5% of people are going to click on the video and see the content. With Playable, 98% of people are going to see your video content, because it plays automatically on 98% of inboxes. I'm just trying to preempt one question that might come up later. You can probably guess the 2% of email inboxes that it doesn't play automatically on. If you've done any email marketing, you might guess that it's the legacy versions of Microsoft Outlook for Windows. So Outlook for iOS is fine. Outlook for Android works great. Outlook for Mac looks great. And even the newer versions of Outlook for Windows, the 365 versions that Microsoft are trying to get everyone onto, the video will play. It's just the legacy, the older versions of desktop Outlook for Windows, and in those cases we send down a static image that you can choose. So from this point onwards, once you've got your video into your marketing platform like MailChimp, you can continue to design the email in the normal way. You can continue to test it in the normal way. So Playable doesn't need to have access to your list or any of your data. So it's all safe and secure like that. I'm going to send myself a sample so I can show you on my phone what it looks like. Go back to here. Okay, while that's landing in my inbox, I'll show you a couple of other features on the console. We can change the width and the height of the video here. We can change the link. So when someone clicks on the video, you want to take them somewhere. So often you want to take them to a page on your website that might have a fuller version of the video, including some sound. So that allows your audience to have a kind of a normal video experience. So video and email starts muted without any sound. Just like video on Facebook or Instagram or any of these other platforms, videos start muted, then they'll often have captions. And then the engaged people in your audience, if they click on the video, you can take them to any page where you can start playing sound if you want to, or you can take them to your product page on your website. Depending on what your marketing objectives are, you can take them wherever you like. Okay, I'm just going to stop sharing so I can show you this. Okay, so there's, try and get the lighting correct. Hopefully you can see the video playing. That's on my Apple Mail. Okay. You can go to playable.video, our website, and there's loads of sample video emails you can experience. If you just put in your email, you can have one sent to your inbox so you can see what the experience is like yourself. Let me keep going through some of these other options here. What have we got here? Okay. On Embed, for some of these email platforms, some of them have an integration where you can put in your put in an API key and or sign up using OAuth. And in those cases, it means that you don't have to cut and paste HTML snippets. So if you're not comfortable with HTML snippets, that's a better option. So in this case, we're connected to my MailChimp account, and I can select which campaign I want to put the video into and locate it in a different part of the video like this. Then I can hit create new campaign, and that creates on MailChimp another version of your campaign with the video added. So that's useful if you're not familiar with HTML snippets. Okay, I think that's those are the main features. Put your video in, let the system generate all of the code for different devices, different email apps, and then take the code into your email platform. There's some advanced features that are added if you upgrade to one of our monthly subscriptions that I can show you as well. So should I do that? Okay, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that. Okay, let me go to an account that's.
Yeah, we got a yes, please from Deborah.
Okay, let me go here. So here's some other. Here's another account that's had that upgrade. Okay, let's have a look at the Wonder Woman trailer. So with a monthly upgrade, what it's possible to do is to edit the video within Playable. So we have this editor option. So with the standard lifetime plan, there's no editor included because based on our research, we found that the majority of AppSumo users already had their favorite video editor. So in a lot of cases, people would use their favorite video editor, get their video ready, and then put it into Playable. But we also have this editor included in the monthly plans. So okay, let me go back to a different video. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so this is it's not a fully featured editor like Adobe Premiere or anything like that, and that's the point. So there's not a big learning curve. This is just a minimal video editor so that any marketer can get their video into shape. So you can see we can select the few seconds of the video that we want here. We can add another portion of the video later on and perhaps zoom into a different part of the video here. And then I'll add a third scene there. Take a bit from the end, and we can move those scenes around. So it's a very simple like drag and drop editor, nothing complex at all. Then we can continue through and add some other features to the video. And these are things that we've detected in all of the data that can improve the engagement for your video. So we're adding some captions. We can just quickly add some captions down the bottom. A lot of videos, if you're using videos from other platforms that you've used on Instagram, for example, that chances are they already have captions on them. But if not, this is a simple tool to add some other captions. A watermark might be useful. Sometimes it's useful to put a playhead watermark or your logo on top of the video. An end card. So video in emails, like interesting and exciting, but at the end of the day, in most cases, this is still direct response marketing. So looking at all of our data, it's better for you if you tell your audience what you'd like them to do after watching the video. So an end card is a great way to say, click here to access the special offers or the new product that I'm telling you about. Footer as well is another way to do that. So click to find out more. So if it's direct response marketing, then you have to tell the audience what you'd like them to do next. An end card and a footer is a great way to do that. And then you can hit compile and the video will be recut and remixed with those features added. So that's the editor. Preview is another feature that you get if you upgrade, and this lets you preview what the video will look like on different email clients. So I showed you on my iPhone mail what it looked like, but you can preview on what it will look like on other platforms. And this is because, like I mentioned earlier, the video that's delivered to each person is optimized based on which email client each person is using. So Gmail uses a different format to iPhone mail. So you can check what each one looks like and send yourself a sample for some testing. And reports. So let me show you some reports. Actually, I'm going to show you some aggregate reports. So your marketing platform probably gives you some reports of how an email campaign goes. Playable adds some additional reports on top of that. So all of the data that's being used to figure out the best version of the video to send to each individual, when that's aggregated, it allows us to generate these reports for you. So we can show you how your video is performing on different devices or email apps. So we can compare here on iPhone and Gmail, or different operating systems here. So one interesting thing about the aggregate data set is, email these days, most emails are opened on mobile devices on Apple or Android, about 60 or 70% across the board. However, if you look at the network that people are connected to, and we look at whether someone's connected to Wi-Fi or cellular, so that we can send them the best version of the video. If you look at how people are connected, only like 25–30% are connected on cellular. So 70% are opening on a mobile device, but only 25% are connected to the cellular network. So most the biggest cohort of email users are using a mobile device, either connected to Wi-Fi at work or at home. And at the moment, at home seems to be the biggest group. The other data that we capture includes dwell time. So this is the time that people are looking at the video in your email. So what this graph's showing is on the left, 100% of people start watching the video, and then 50% of them are still there around 19 seconds. So this is useful to compare different videos if you're trying to figure out what sort of video content is working best for your email audience, whether it's a long duration, a short duration, a video up the top of your campaign or further down the bottom. This is useful to compare what's working for your audience. We also look at the location that the video was opened. We have some customers, and if you have advanced use cases, we'd love to hear them. We have some customers that like to vary the content based on location. So we did some stuff for a sports broadcaster where the video was varied depending on whether you're East Coast or West Coast. So that data can be used to vary the video or also understand, how your audience in different locations is reacting to the video campaign. From the location, we can figure out actually the local time of day. So this is useful to report. You can start to see, at what times of day are people more responsive to video content in their emails. That's the reports. I think that's it, Lindsay. Maybe we could move to a few questions. Love to answer a few questions.
Absolutely. Sumolings, if you want to send in your questions, now is your time. I'm going to be grabbing questions from the Q&A box. All right, the ones that we have here. Okay, somebody said that they sent a test video and that they couldn't see the video straight away. They had to authorize it. Is there a way around it? Is this common? Is it because of an email provider security, etc.?
Authorize the video. Not quite sure what that means. So is it, if it was sent in an email campaign to an inbox that doesn't have images switched on, then perhaps that's what's happening. And in the normal way, if someone doesn't have images switched on in their inbox, and you might have to say, yeah, I want to see the images. So that applies to the video as well as images. Yeah.
Cool. That probably explains it too. Is there a way to choose for the video to be playable within the email, but not autoplay?
Not yet. We do have that. We have heard that request before, but we've started with the use case of having it autoplay so that it compares to the experiences everyone gets on Facebook and Instagram. When you go through your feed on Facebook, the videos are all autoplaying, and that's how the videos engage you in the first place. So we wanted to get email back up to compete with those other things for your attention. So we started with autoplay, although that other use case or user experience is on the list. Yeah.
Great. Can you download the video?
The end user cannot, unless they, on some email clients, there might be some reverse engineering that's possible to download the video, but yeah, most email clients no, you can't.
Cool. This is not in question form, but integration of not supported platforms.
Right. Yes. Let me share my screen quickly and answer this one. Okay, back here. So what we did is create an upvote voting system for you to log on and vote for your favorite email platform. So what we'll do is we'll share this URL somehow, Lindsay. I believe it's on the deal page mentioned in there. And so we're working through these. In the last few days, we've added Sales Rocks, Automisely. Some of these other ones have what we're calling experimental support, and you'll see there's some instructions in here of how to do it. If I go back to the Playable console, when you get to embed and something's not on the list, it's possible to go to other down the bottom of the list and then put a string in here like this. And those instructions are kind of contained within the upvote. And when we're able to do enough testing of some of these new platforms, we'll add them to the official list. So one of the exciting new ones that's coming is Mail Poet. So we've been working on a WordPress plugin that allows Mail Poet users to add video. Well, the plugin will actually work for Mail Poet and Newsletter and the other popular email tools that you can add into WordPress.
Awesome, wonderful. Deborah wants to know what the cost of the monthly upgrade is.
Ready. So it starts from $10 if you pay annually. Let me share my screen again. So within your Playable account, once you've got your AppSumo codes in and you click on My Account and Plans, you'll see a screen like this that shows you the upgrades that are possible and shows you all the Sumoling discounts as well. So the $10 a month billed annually is the discount to get onto our pay-as-you-go plan. And you'll see here we show how all the lifetime features of your AppSumo plan are maintained if you upgrade. So you get to keep all of those things. So the big ticket offers here are the 47% discount to get to the pay-as-you-go plan, or extra plays if you really like how Playable's working for you. And if you've got a team of marketers working together, if you're doing lots of campaigns or a bigger list size, then the better value plan might be the pro plan, and there's some extra plays included there. So you can go to My Account, click on Plans, and you can see this screen and figure out what's best. This slider, if you use this slider, it'll show you the best value plan depending on how many plays per month you have.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm easily impressed. That was great.
that was your favorite bit. Excellent.
I loved that. Greg wants to know any way to add personalization.
Not yet, but it's on the list, Greg. So yeah, I know videos containing personal data. Yeah, so there's some other solutions out there that focus just on that. We're not there yet. So I'll just give you a bit of insight into the roadmap. So we're going to be releasing some features that allow you to do some A/B testing. So you might have 2 or 3 different versions of your video, and then we'll figure out based on the data and who's clicking on which version, we'll figure out which is the best performing version, and then show more of that. And then there's a natural progression of that towards adding personal information to each video, but we're not there yet.
Deborah thanks you, by the way, for showing that. She said, great value and very affordable.
Thanks, Deborah.
All right, Molly asks, I may have missed this part, but is there any limitations to the imported video, like file size and length?
Okay, yes, I'm glad someone asked that. So there's a 30-second limit on the duration of the video. And really we recommend, based on the data, actually 10 seconds, about 10 seconds is best. So that 10 seconds is like the duration. When you search for results on YouTube, they show you little thumbnails. They show you like a 9-second loop. So there's something a bit magical about a 10-second loop. And according to our data, that's the best duration. But we allow you to go up to 30 seconds with the AppSumo plans. But 10 seconds is best. We understand there's like people have a temptation to go, oh, a little bit more video, a little bit more duration is better, but it's not. According to the data, it's not. So we have like movie studios. So movie studios use us for Wonder Woman and these big movies, and they are able to create like mini trailers that are under 10 seconds, and it works great. So it is possible to edit your content down.
It makes sense to me. My attention span is no longer than 10 seconds, so I get it.
Right, yeah. And
no, I get it. It's engaging, and you're like, what did I just watch? And then you might watch it more than once. I totally see this. A follow-up question, can you import 360 video and interactive videos with hotspots?
Right. Yes. People ask that question. Not yet, because email inboxes are pretty basic. So you can't do JavaScript and fancy things in emails. So even getting an image, let alone a video, to display consistently across all these email clients that were invented 30 years ago is a real struggle. So to do advanced things like interactive video is not yet possible, and frankly, I don't think it will be. But we have had customers, game companies, achieve a similar result before, and what they've done is they just take a screen capture of someone using an interactive video. Where you can see someone clicking around and you can see that it's interactive, and you screen capture it and just use 10 seconds, 15 seconds of that. And then people will see that it's an interactive video, click on it, and then you can take them to the interactive experience.
Awesome. Can the videos expire after a time?
Yes. That is on the list, not currently, but we do have that on the list. So we kind of, at the moment, we'd say that if someone comes back to your email like a few weeks later, that's probably a good thing, because they're searching for something that you told them. So at the moment, we're thinking it's a good thing, but it is on the list to be able to expire the videos or replace it with a static image, something like that.
Is there an option to play sound within the email? And if so, is that only something that would work on certain clients?
Very good question. I'm glad someone asked that. So there's no email client that will play sound with autoplay, because could you imagine sitting in a meeting and checking your email under the desk? And,
well, that's what somebody was asking for instead of autoplay because of the sound thing. But it sounds like that's not a problem.
Well, let me explain. So you can't play video with sound with autoplay, because it would be like your inbox suddenly starts making noise, and it would be it would be too intrusive. And Facebook tried to do this. They experimented with videos that, you're going down your news feed, and suddenly there's some videos that are already making sound, and people were freaked out by it. So you can't. There's no email client that is going to allow you to make sound with autoplay. So the experience, the default video email experience, is kind of like the Facebook newsfeed. It starts muted, and you can click on it, and then you get to a version with sound. Now, we do have some advanced options, and if you want to try these out, then let us know through support. We can switch them on. That allows you to click on the video and it plays with sound within the inbox. However, it's only supported by like about 60% of inboxes, including iPhones and a few other bits and pieces. And for the other 40%, those visitors or people that click are taken to a web browser. We don't have that as a default option anymore, because it's complicated to explain to users that some people will have one experience and some others will have another experience. But if you really care, and if your use case is this is important for your use case, then just reach out to our support people. They can switch that on. You can try that out.
Wonderful, thank you. Can Playable detect landscape or portrait when the email is open? Can you set it to define landscape or portrait?
Right. Let me show you this this one. So we rely upon the email app and the device to figure out the rotation. So the videos are responsive. So that's in portrait, and if I switch to landscape, you'll see the video has gotten bigger. So the videos will be responsive, just like the rest of your emails.
Cool. How does this affect deliverability compared to a text email?
Yeah, so the video isn't included in the payload of the email, so it's not a massive email that gets deliverability problems. What's included in the email is the little snippet of code that we were cutting and pasting into MailChimp. So by our measure, it has no impact on deliverability because it's not until the moment of open that the video is delivered.
All right. Sumo Lings, we have just a couple more questions left here in the Q&A box. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box now. Next question, will A/B testing be included?
We're working on, that's one of the next things to come out in the roadmap. Yes.
Fun. All right. Your site talks of a live option. What does that mean and how does that work?
Oh, okay, good question. So yes, it is possible to stream live video into email campaigns, and we've done this for ESPN, for basketball. We did the NBA finals. We've done this for Red Bull and for some Lollapalooza and some music festivals back in the day when music festivals still happened. Yes, I remember. We've done this. So this is like a really advanced option. It's available on our enterprise plan because it involves some integration between the live video stack and Playable. So to explain a little bit about how it works is we still put a snippet of code into email like I've shown you today, and then when someone opens their email, again that code does a dance with our servers, and in the few milliseconds to choose which video to send, we're also able to say, okay, I'm going to go and grab the latest bit from the live stream. So it depends upon that same core technology, and then in that way, when everyone opens the email, they get the latest 10 seconds from the live video stream. So yes, that's possible.
Awesome. Deborah points out that's great for summits. I agree. Does this work with systems like Sendgrid?
Yes, we're a partner with Sendgrid, and that's on the list. So it's very easy to get your video into Sendgrid.
Yay. Donald wants to know pros and cons versus using a GIF.
Yep. Okay. So a GIF is the poorest quality of video format that's possible. So yes, we have to send GIF to some email clients if that's the best that's supported. But Playable prefers and is able to send better quality video formats. So for the majority of inboxes, we're able to send a high quality MP4 or the newest format, HEVC videos to Apple devices. Or we use some other formats as well for other devices. So animated PNGs or animated WebPs. All of these things are better than GIFs and GIFs because they've got a much richer color palette. So overall, your viewers, your recipients with Playable will get a higher quality video experience. And if you care about the quality of their experience and how that converts to engagement and clicks and people buying more stuff, then that's what Playable is about. It's about optimizing that video experience for people that where click-through rate and conversion rates are really, really important. And we send down different versions of the video for that, but we also do other things. So we send the first frame of the video in advance of the rest of the video payload, so that people can see something straight away, and they're not waiting for a really lengthy GIF file to load. We serve all the videos off a global content delivery network, so it's very fast. So everything we do is all about optimizing to the max the visual experience for every single user to increase the overall audience engagement. And you know, even the few people that do get a GIF or a GIF from Playable, we do some special stuff with the GIFs and GIFs that we generate for those people to make sure it's the best GIF.
Wonderful. The next question, is there a differentiator sheet? I don't know that I said that right.
Differentiation. No, that sounds awesome. So if you go to our website, we talk about you know, the features and the benefits. Maybe have a look at that initially, and if you have any questions about how we compare to other things, then just drop us a line to the support line, and we can answer those questions.
Cool. What constitutes light branding for the 3-code option? If we'd want no branding, is there an advantage to buying AppSumo codes and a monthly plan?
Yes, okay. Let me show you that. So share my screen again. So we have an article in our help section that shows you the differences. What does branding look like on the lifetime plans? So it's going to appear in the top left-hand corner. So the one at the top is the regular branding, and the one at the bottom is the light branding. So you can see that happening there. So there's been some debate on the AppSumo forums about the branding. So there's some material here that explains how it's necessary on the lifetime plans, because there's ongoing costs to deliver the videos. But we are thinking of how we can improve the branding so that it's more acceptable to more users. At the end of the AppSumo campaign, we do have plans to change the branding, and we might bring those forward if we can sort of reach general agreement about how to improve this. And then when you upgrade to one of the monthly plans, the branding is removed entirely.
Great. Those are all of the questions that we have. We have a very nice comment from Deborah, says, thanks for this overview, very informative, helpful for decision-making. She stacked 2 codes and will upgrade to monthly. Wasn't aware of the value till this webinar. So yay for this webinar. Sumo Links, yay us. Sumo Links, if you have not already, you can redeem your codes at appsumo.com/playable. It is starting at $49 for a lifetime deal. And of course, it is backed by AppSumo 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead and get set up, play around with it, and see how it works for you. Once you've played around with it, we love to read your reviews and comments on the deal page. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can leave those on the deal page as well. Thank you so much, Bob, for walking us through this and hanging out with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, Lindsay. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Have a good one.